I grew up on a farm and I understand the food culture and the business behind it. For Cochon to work and get whole animals with heritage breeds to the chefs and to the consumers, it takes community, and that community is growing. And Brady and I decided to do the same thing with cocktails. How do we roll a friendly competition of bartenders together that just screams community and a social gathering, and the Punch Bowl is the perfect format for that.
Best thing about Punch is sharing it with the homies. You're all kind of sharing in the same experience in that moment. That's what cocktails and bartending and stuff is all about. It's just making sure people have a good time. If there's a big punch and it's really delicious, you know everybody's going to be having a good time.
We talk about handcrafted, we talk about whole bottle. Both of them point to this idea of hospitality.
Let's say you come over to my house, right? And the first thing is, I got like hors d'oeuvres out and punch. There's no waiting. We're set, the party's ready to go as soon as you walk in the door.
It's a fun thing. It's not an intimidating cocktail. Nobody ever went into a bar and was like, can I have punch? And they were like really nervous. I think that in itself is all about hospitality. There's already a warmth built into serving punch. It's for everybody.
I think punch is cool because of the social part of drinking. People come together. It's like the original bottle service. Let's give them something delicious to share.
So for me, punch goes back to my college days where it's like you just keep drinking it. But now we're adults, we're grown men and we're grown women. We can still do that, but we can put fresh ingredients in there and we can make it taste fucking delicious at the same time.
The first cocktail I can ever remember making in my entire life, I was throwing a really big party at my parents' house, and I thought I was this surfer dude, and I was just like, surfers, and they drink Malibu rum. Oh, what do I have in the fridge? Capri Sun. So I put some Capri Sun, and I ripped open the package, and I added several bottles of those, and I made a big, huge batch basically of a cocktail, a punch. And for me, that's where my history with punch started. Capri Suns.
I've cooked, I've served, I've gone to college, I've worked in nonprofits. I love to bartend. It's the best of all the worlds.
I love the constant change of being a bartender. No 2 nights are ever the same.
So instead of kind of painting or being poetic on a piece of paper, I apply my creative muscles to cocktails.
I love the fact that I get to offer delicious cocktails to guests, and they get to enjoy the experience of all the research that we do and why the flavors mesh and do what they do.
It's taken me to 5 different countries. I've bartended all over the world. I don't know, I just really like it. I like hearing about other people's problems.
The team aspect of it. I love the people that, get a chance to work with every day and day in and day out and kind of in the trenches together, so.
Last call happens in Aspen Snowmass at an event called Heritage Fire. And inside that beautiful outdoor fire cooking experience, we have 10 of this country's best barkeeps presenting one whole punch for 14 judges. Whoever wins that event is known as the Punch King for the year.
This is our 4th year of Punch Kings, and this year I saw people branching out even further off the trunk of the tree. More creative punches, more crazy flavors. People were not holding back. They weren't afraid to experiment and just blow it up. This, I think, was the best year.
Last call Punch King, so this is the finals. We've got barkeeps from 10 cities across the country. They all won their local round Punch Kings, and here we are to make some delicious punch, and from what I can see, the competition's gonna be pretty fierce.
So the punch itself is calimocho, refreshing, spice forward. I take red wine, sous vide infuse it with Coca-Cola spices.
There's fresh lime juice in there, but there's also a banana shrub. So I wanted to take a typically sweet element and flip it and make it sour.
Now when you get your cocktail, you're gonna have a little pipette in there. That's gonna be a little shot of the Breckenridge that's been infused with the smoked lardo.
To play off the lovely smoke notes in the bourbon, I put Lapsang Souchong Muscovado syrup with 3 different kinds of pears.
What you have is Breckenridge bourbon, obviously. Then Fino Sherry, dry sparkling wine. You have Meyer lemon juice, Meyer lemon oleosaccharum, and house-made grapefruit bitters.
Punch Kings is an amazing way to help to bring back and educate people about the magic of punch.
Punch was always a thing that was very communal in nature, and it got the whole community involved, however big and small. I've heard tales of punches being served in fountains and people with canoes in the fountain serving it to people. So that type of foundation that punch is based off of is a really cool thing to continue hundreds of years later.
10 bartenders doing 10 crazy different things. There wasn't one punch that you could even compare to each other. I think it's just a fun event, fun weekend. Everyone's just about networking and learning from other people, and the competition is just like the background for that.
To the bartenders behind me who put it together night after night.
Whole Bottle Punch is about community. Community makes Cochon 555 happen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Punch King 2016 winner is all the way from Rose Cafe in Los Angeles. Nick Meyer, everybody.